guy.
What do you mean by fun rap? I don't know what the hell fun rap is.
Will Smith, man.
Did you watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air growing up?
Of course I did. I think everybody on Earth watched it.
I remember one of my girlfriends at the time, we were watching it, she was singing along, and she started singing. She's like, and I was shooting some people outside of the school, and I was like, excuse me? What did you just say? She's like, I'm shooting some people outside of school. I'm like, hold on a sec now. Do you think that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is about Will Smith shooting people and his mom sends him to hide out in Bel-Air because he's on the run?
So you were a huge fan of the Fat Boys.
Oh, buddy, I go way, way back with the Fat Boys. I was such a huge fan.
We were so different. I was sitting home listening to Tiffany with my cassette unspooled so I could look at all of her pictures in all the malls of America.
I think one of the funniest things about this trio was that they originally weren't called the Fat Boys. It was originally the Disco 3. But hectic touring schedule and the only thing available for them to eat after the shows was fast food didn't help out. And they were already portly, but they actually started to balloon out. And so the label started to think, hey, let's start rebranding them. So you can just imagine the look on these young guys' faces when the label turned to them and said, hey, we got an idea. We're going to change your name to the Fat Boys. I mean, that kind of controversial rebranding was probably about as divisive now as New Coke or Israel, for God's sakes.
This is a mockery, this is an outrage, and we will never accept New Coke.
Here's from my personal collection. Here's the very first album, the debut album, Fat Boys. I also got Fat Boys Are Back. This was the first one that I actually bought out of my own money as a kid. This one's called Falling in Love and Protect Yourself and My Nuts. And Coming Back Hard Again, which was one of my favorites. Did you listen to them growing up?
I mean, I had a cursory knowledge of the Fat Boys, of Run DMC, of all of those groups. I wasn't a huge rap guy. I wasn't a huge music anything. I was a comic book guy, man. I never had time for music. I was too busy collecting Archie comics back in '86.
Okay, I'm excited out of my mind to talk about this film, but let's just stop right here. Let's just go into it. Corey, what is the skinny of Disorderlies?
3 orderlies from Brooklyn are hired to care for the ailing Albert Dennison. Marky, Buffy, and Cool are so inept that they have been hired by Winslow to kill his uncle because he needs the money. Why does he need the money? He's got a gambling debt to a Latin American, I want to say mafia guy. What's the Spanish mafia? He's
no
not
idea.
mafia because that's Italians. Who are Spanish mafia? Or is he meant to be a drug kingpin?
I think he's just a loan shark.
Oh!
I don't think this film gets as dark as oh, it's the cartel. I think that this guy is just a heavy-duty loan shark that wants his money. Also, how much does he owe him for gambling debt? Isn't it like $650,000?
Yeah, I think it was $640,000 to be precise.
This aging old man, Albert Dennison, he's in Palm Springs, yeah?
Oh yeah, he's in sunny Palm Springs, but he's on death's door. He's almost dead when you first meet him in this movie.
So Winslow has to travel all the way to Brooklyn to find the Fat Boys. And I see it, it's on the cover of USA Today. It says this is the world's worst nursing home.
These guys are not nurses, man.
And that's one of the main things too. My definition of what I thought an orderly was is a hell of a lot different than what this film portrays.
Yeah, they're nurses. And anyway, they replace a doctor's staff, don't they?
I will say, as incompetent as they are, and if this is the world's worst nursing home, those elderly people look like they're having a ball.
Oh my god, these guys are infectious. And funny enough, they get to be really good friends with Mr. Dennison. They bring him back to life.
Please, no spoilers.
Oh, it's a beautiful tale of friendship, Philip.
I think it's real important now that we delve further into this film. Let's get to know the Fat Boys and some of the other characters in this one. We got Prince Marky D, the Romeo, the Lothario of the group.
Looking good. He looks good in this.
Of the Fat Boys, he's definitely the slimmest. And I felt kind of bad about myself when I was watching it because me and Prince Marky D, we've kind of got the same build in this film. Then we got Cool Rock-Ski, the Chief of the East, one of my favorites when I was a kid. He kind of takes the most bumps in this film. He does a lot of the stunts.
Oh yes, man. He's the Super Dave Osborne of this movie. Definitely.
He's got zero tolerance for this Palm Springs bullshit, man. He wants to be back home.
Ask for a little cheeseburger. No lousy cheeseburger. All he got is filet mignon.
Philip, I don't want to bring things down, but I think we need to take a moment and pause to recognize Buffy Love.
Yeah. Oh God, man, absolutely. I'll raise a beer to Buffy, and I'll also raise a pack of bottle caps in his honor, man. The human beatbox, the heart and soul of the Fat Boys, in my opinion.
Well, let's pick things back up and talk about one of my favorite actors of all time, Mr. Rich Old White Dude himself, Ralph Bellamy.
Ralph Bellamy, who won an Academy Award for Lifetime Achievement, just caps off his career, and he says, hey, no man, I gotta finish off working with the Fat Boys.
You're at the end of your career, you want to start having fun?
Yeah, baby. This is my friend Cool Al over here. He's into drugs.
He had to have had fun.
That initial reaction when he first encounters the Fat Boys is absolutely classic.
Sir, please wake up. These are your new orderlies, sir.
Hello, Mr. Dennison.
When Buffy shows the guys out of the way and goes, mouth to mouth, mouth to mouth. Oh my God. Oh.
I love when Buffy steals the plates.
It said it's $1,000 a plate lunch. That's $5 grand there. Okay? Get out of here.
That is so funny. That is such a great gag. That's the brilliant thing, is that neither of the three characters in this, in fact, there's not a character in this who's actually normal. There's no one who acknowledges that this is all ridiculous.
Well, you called them the Three Huges earlier on, so clearly the reference or the homage to the Three Stooges is not lost on you at all.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is a slapstick Three Stooges movie from end to end.
You can't have a Three Stooges episode, though, without the heels.
Your mom knows him.
Anthony Geary.
Tony Geary, I thought. I didn't know he was Anthony. He went serious when he did Disorderlies. He's like, no, I'm not Tony Geary. I'm Anthony Geary now. I'm doing cinema like Disorderlies.
Were you a General Hospital fan?
No, man, Days of Our Lives.
I remember staying home with my grandmother to watch the marriage of Luke and Laura.
Oh yeah, they did get married, which was a strange choice for Laura, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I remember my grandmother complaining because not that long before that, he raped her.
Yeah. It is a darker time. That's why my mother was a Days of Our Lives fan. There was nothing going on over there except Stefano DiMera scheming against the Bradys.
Tony Geary, Anthony Geary, he doesn't have his signature curly locks in this movie. He almost comes across as, dare I say it, prissy.
Oh, you dare say it, because it's true.
Don't you find it odd for a Fat Boys movie to only have one Fat Boys song?
So, yeah, but why isn't it all Fat Boys? Why wouldn't they just record all their own music for this? Because there's some crazy songs in this.
Well, funny that you should say that, because I actually have the soundtrack to Disorderlies.
Oh, you got the soundtrack. Oh, yeah, very cute. I've got the original 35mm trailer.
Oh, hold that up!
My plan is to cut this up into single cells, then make commemorative Disorderlies plaques and sell them.
Where did you get that? What does it say on the side there?
It's from the Town Theater in Richmond, and apparently it was supposed to go back to Warner Brothers Distributing, but it never made the journey.
There's someone pacing the floor still. It's like, oh my god.
I caused the apocalypse. I never got that back. I couldn't find it. The world ended.
I will say this, for a movie about fat guys, there's a whole lot of Foley effects going on in this film. They were pretty much restrained when it came to fart sounds.
Yes, you would expect this movie to be like a constant stream of big, sweaty, wet, farty noises.
I just got a little bit of trivia here for this film. Do you know Warner Brothers was so enamored, so in love with the Fat Boys that they signed them to a 3-picture deal?
Wow.
Yeah, the next film that they were supposed to be doing was supposed to be a comedy horror film called Fat Tuesday. It was supposed to take place during Mardi Gras.
God, in a perfect world, we'd have that movie. Well, why didn't they make a follow-up picture with the Fat Boys?
Well, that's my question to you. What was the overall box office score for this? For a group that was on the white-hot pinnacle of their career.
It was no Independence Day. It made about $10.5 million.
Not bad.
What did Will Smith make in Independence Day?
Fuck you. Did you see this in the movie theater?
No, I did not. This was strictly a home video release for me.
Yeah, I remember seeing the poster for it, but I didn't see it in the theater, which is absolutely bonkers.
You were too busy watching Monster Squad.
Oh, shit. Do you know I went to see Monster Squad 3 times in a row?
Really?
I was absolutely a freak.
And you probably saw No Way Out 3 or 4 times too, right?
Okay, yeah, so No Way Out was playing with Kevin Costner.
The young girls, they would have been seeing Can't Buy Me Love.
Oh, God.
Patrick Dempsey, now there was a heartthrob for you.
I don't see it.
Well, no, but Loverboy, where he's a teenage pizza delivery man who gets paid in sex for delivering pizza.
Who was in that film? You had Kirstie Alley. What's her tits? What was it?
What's her tits? That's why you, sir, are no Patrick Dempsey.
Oh, man. No, God.
I don't know. You want me to look this up now, don't you?
Kate Jackson.
Kate Jackson rocks a pantsuit like no other woman ever born.
I always lump her in with those actors who played, like, TV equivalents of big movies that just didn't work out. She took over Diane Keaton's role on Baby Boom, the television series.
How'd that one get passed? There are movies that should be made into a TV series. Baby Boom is not one of them.
Next week, we'll be covering Baby Boom, everyone.
The Fat Boys should have been in Baby Boom. In fact, the Fat Boys should have adopted a little white baby and they should have made a movie about that.
Oh man, can you imagine the movies that would have been so much better if it had the Fat Boys? Can you imagine RoboCop with one of the Fat Boys?
And now for our feature presentation.
You're right, everything is better with the Fat Boys.
I think Fresh Prince of Bel-Air would have been better with the Fat Boys.
Oh my god, the 3 of them were shooting people outside of the school.
Let's cut through the fat hair right now, Corey. Tell me why this film should be saved.
This is a beautiful story. It's about 3 black guys who get a white guy off of drugs. If there was ever a movie that was opposite to the prevailing thinking of the time, it's this one. And also, this is a charming tale of friendship that spans generations, it spans races.
They actually go on safari with him afterwards too, don't they? Don't they go out and kill zebras and giraffes and other innocent creatures?
Absolutely.
But eat them too.
That's why he takes them along.
I think that this film should be saved too, because Corey, you know what? I think this film is a savage commentary on the health industry when it really should be about the health system. Big, giant, fat allegory.
It's the Fat Boys versus Big Pharma, that's it.
Stay inside where time passes slowly. Save pop culture one film at a time. When this madness is finally over, I can serve the next person in line. Can't stop working, cause that leads to thinking I'ma catch this deadly disease. I got one friend who always reminds me that it's life after late fees.